I'll use that take. Welcome and be inspired with Dominic. I want to do an update for a while now. Yes, I haven't been doing as many projects as I had hoped, wanted, wished or desired. Or for that matter, planned. You probably noticed that. I know that with the rate I'm going, the algorithm isn't my friend. There were a few shorts, which I hope you watched. You should, because they're short. And then nothing for a while, and I should space my content out and all that, and then whatever that was. And all that, but I wanted to give you an update because A, I'm still around, and B, I'm working to improve myself, which is to say you probably gleaned it from the last podcast the cultists did, and they should stop talking about my mental health at some point. I have slight mental health problems and I don't want to bore you with it, but I'm kinda fine and I'm working to eliminate the kinda. Don't worry about it. But I also have issues with my shop, and the main one is procrastination, but also starting too many projects and not finishing them. I just recorded, I don't know how I release those. I imagine this update will be out before the next project, but the last project I did, a piece of wall art. I can't reach over there or I would show you. What the heck? That took way longer than anticipated to make, but also even longer to edit, because I had this idea about the cultists. And just in case you're still watching, answer me in the questions. Answer my questions in the comments. Do you enjoy the cultists? Could you do without them, or are they just... They're fine. They're just there. They don't bother you. So, the thing is, I enjoy doing the cultists. You better do. But they also have their limitations. Really? For starters, I like them most in podcast form because there I can write a long piece of dialogue that I think is funny and then record it and get it out rather quickly. For video, I made the mistake of writing the voiceover first before I actually made the project, and that led to some awkward stuff I had to rearrange to make the voiceover fit the actual project rather than rewriting it or doing the video first and then doing the voiceover. Long story short, I can't continue like this with one project clogging up my workflow or my everything, at least related to making, for literally months. So I want to make some improvements there, and that probably means that I want to get some videos out the door which are not quite where I wanted them but have some important bits in it. Some small fixes or small things made. If you check on my Instagram, you can see these days there's one post about a ramp in a small body of water affixed to the wall so frogs can get out. We had frogs in there. We have a board floating so the frogs can get up. Frankly, I have no idea whether frogs are alright just staying continuously in water. But there were some frogs up there, and whenever I tried to catch them out with a net, they fled. So I made this ramp, just to give you an example. Another example is that I do have a CNC, an MP CNC, and it kind of works, but I haven't gotten it to work reliably or most of the times at all. And I also have a very cheap laser, which I have tried to upgrade the mirrors on. That was, I think, over a year ago, and I haven't managed to align the mirrors properly. I wish I just had left the old ones in, and then I would still have a laser. But those are things that I find it very hard to take the time to get a project done, to make more projects down the line. Because getting this project done will not give me, I believe, will not give me the same feelings of happiness than finishing an actual project would. Although they would give me, in sum total, more happiness over time for other projects I could then do much easier. Bee season has also started again, and recently got back to the old bee house where I basically learned all that stuff from my mentor. And there are some things to make and fix as well. And caring for bees takes time. We lost a lot of hives over winter, so we're trying to build up our population again. That also takes time, and then there are kids, and I also work part-time. And why am I telling you this? I don't know. I just want to get it out there, apparently. The thing is, making really helps me. Finishing stuff, putting stuff out. And there's also another issue, because I am kind of split into three. For one, there's Jabado, the culinary gnome, which runs Jabado's kitchen. But basically, I run it, he pretends. And there I do fantasy cooking recipes, and I'm mentioning that because I actually published one that has been sitting there since not the last, but the Halloween before last Halloween. It's the Striped Cave Sickler, dark elven inspired spider kinda meatloaf without any spiders in it. If that's something you might enjoy, I hope you head over there and enjoy it. And there's also, on the other hand, Walking Paper Cut, which is my Nom de Plume. I think it's not Nom de Plume. Anyway, Walking Paper Cut, where I used to make paper models, which I wish I could still do or would still do, but I don't have time for that. So I decided to use it to write stuff. I have several articles and series going on, which I keep writing on. And I wish I would get more feedback to know whether what I'm doing is actually pointful as opposed to pointless, and whether someone enjoys it. So if you're so inclined in the TTRPG, tabletop role-playing space, to check out my stuff there, I would greatly appreciate it. As for feedback, I'm on Instagram, Be Inspired with Dominic, with too many underscores, and also on Twitter, @DominicStuff. You can reach me there, give me feedback, let me know what I did wrong, what I did right, what I could do better, or whatever. And whether you enjoy what I do or not, because everybody says that, so something everybody can agree on has to be right. I want to inspire you in one way, shape, form, or another. Those were too many words. And that's pretty much the update. I don't have anything proper to show. Wait. So I can say I actually showed you something I made. Those are building barriers for wooden hives. Basically, the bees come in and there's a little bit of room before the combs start. And if left unattended, they will just fill this with additional combs, which get in the way and don't really work. And that's why you almost drop these. That's why you put these on the bottom, so the bees come in down here, can march up, but the hives are here at a distance where the bees don't build between. I'm not going to ramble on about bees, even though I love them. But I showed you some wood, and that's the woodworking part of this video. And frankly, recording these videos does help me feel better. I should do it more often, I think. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about the cultists. I won't abandon them, but maybe I can tweak them. You can try. Yes, I might. Oh, another thing about the cultist podcast. My major regret about this one is that I wish I could invite guests, but with 3 voices and all of them me, sometimes editing them to interrupt each other, that would be pretty hard to get a guest in, but I'd still love it. Thank you for watching. You really stuck with me, and I'm happy to say that I'm happy about that. Thank you for watching. Check out all the stuff that I said in the description. Let me know what you think. Please do. It really helps. Not just the algorithm, but also the brain. And again, thanks for watching. And as always, remember to be inspired. And